Hey guys, I hope you're well. I'm going to try doing something for the first time at Ye Old Landfill, and I'm going to try to do a slideshow and narrate it, do a voiceover regarding this 1937 E.H. Scott radio two-band receiver. Uh, Blitzy, hi baby. Hey guys, that reminds me.
Yeah, fucking rusted out ass old truck doesn't even run. Look at this, man. Yeah, the truck might be dead. Come on back, boy.
Oh man, but I've got the most beautiful tractor on the block.
Yeah, boys. Let this be a lesson to you. There's a little bit arrogant dick in all of us. Look at my man. He used to be bright, shiny, golden colored. He's taking it full on in the face. Wait till wintertime. He's got some real chilling to do. Hang on, Blitzy. Guys, sorry I skidded off the rails like the Democrat Party. No, it's not the Democratic Party. There's nothing democratic about them. They call themselves the Democrat Party. But I digress. One moment. Check my man out. Why does he love eating grass? Pity. He loves eating grass. Yeah, and I'm going to do a... I'll be normal. I'm going to do a video coming up pretty soon about this contraption that I've concocted for my three-point hitch. I've been playing with this device for a year and a half now, and I've perfected it. Okay, well, I guess that's enough babble. And let me show you a few pictures that I took of that E.H. Scott radio and try doing a voice over. Okay, I hope you're well. Take care. Enjoy the fall weather. Winter's coming. Beautiful. Guys, I thought you might like to see some pictures of the chrome on that E.H. Scott receiver. And at one time, it was shockingly beautiful. That was 85 years ago, you know. And these pictures, they're a little slow to zoom in and out because they're high res. One moment, gotta clear my throat. Oh, I forgot. Anyway, so where was I? Oh, the pictures are high resolution and they zoom slowly. But anyway, better to give you a look at the detail. I did a little testing on the top of this can right here. And I had never worked with chrome before, and boy, did I find out a few things. I knew this was going to require extensive work. And so I wasn't fearful of testing different things. See this area right here? Let's zoom in and take a look at that. It pans around very slideshowish because of its resolution, and I'm doing this on the laptop. Look at over here. You know what I did? I took I thought it would be relatively kind to the metal. I took a brass wire brush, it looks like a toothbrush, and I gave it a good scrubbing because before I did that, it looked like this one up here. Oh, I can't pan. It looked like this guy up here, right? I did nothing to it. I immediately took the wire brush to it. And that's what happened, right? You don't want to work on a chrome chassis with any kind of wire brush. First lesson learned. And then what I did over here on this app, I used Brasso and a rag. And I didn't even wipe it off. I didn't wipe the top of the can off first either. I just blopped the Brasso on, and I've never used Brasso before, and I immediately realized it's ammonia based. It has ammonia in it, so yeah, pretty good, pretty darn strong cleaner. Look at these white pits. Look at, I mean, let's look at this spot right here, man. Look what happened to the metal. Look at that. The chrome, like, lifted, bubbled up. It bubbled up, and it left this kind of chrome slash, I assume that's steel. I've never taken a magnet to it. But boy, I wondered what kind of damage that did to the base metal. Well, let's look at the next picture. That's another one, another shot of the same can with different lighting. Let's look at the next picture. Look at the top of this. Oh, Lordy. I think this can houses the air variable tuning capacitor. But irregardless, look at the top. Boy, this chrome is hard, and it's flaking off. And it's almost like dangerous, splintery like. I could definitely see getting a sliver of that in your finger, you know. I wouldn't want to rub my hand back and forth on that. Right? You see this can up here. These are tube shields. And same type of damage. Okay? Let's look at the next picture. I tried using computer-generated slideshow. A computer-generated slideshow with movement. But a couple things. One thing, with most of the pictures, it would have been usable, acceptable. But with some of the pictures, the movement focuses in. It brings something weird to the focus, to your focus, right? Like a little, I might be talking about this device right here, and it'll focus in on a little spot over here, and it's like, wait, no, come back, you know. That was one problem, and the other problem is you couldn't pause and zoom. You could pause, but you couldn't zoom and pan. So that was a deal breaker for me. I want to be able to zoom and pan to show you different things. So look at the top of this can. Maybe this is a can that saying can is almost laughable because they're heavy-duty steel. You know, they're not soup can material, man. Oh my God, this is heavy. But look at the top of this. I'm going to zoom in a little closer. You know what I had already done to that? You can probably see the scratches that run this way. Man, I took a sanding block. It was a 2x4 with some fairly aggressive sandpaper, 120 grit on it, and I went to town on that, man. I scrubbed down on that thing, man. And look, it didn't touch any of the rust where the chrome had completely flaked away. Splintered away is almost a better word for it. And B, looky here, man. Dang, I scrubbed down. I'm whistling again because I have tobacco in my mouth. But man, oh man, I really reefed down on that. And so it begs the question, how can it be removed? This piece here is where I learned how hard that chrome is. I started to realize, yeah, you're not going to remove that chrome mechanically. It's got to be removed chemically. And so and then it made me wonder, after the chrome is removed chemically, what's it going to leave behind right here? How deep is the pitting? You know there's some. If you see rust, then it's down to the steel and you have pitting.
And also I have questions. What kind of metal prep? How smooth does it have to be before being re-chromed? I have a feeling, guys, this is going to be a relatively expensive re-chroming job, because I have a feeling that the plating shop that I take this stuff to will have to do all of the metal prep, all of the metal work for me, meaning in areas like this, there I'll have to pay them to do whatever they have to do to take the steel down to a platable surface, right? I when I lived in Seattle, my roommate Dwayne worked at a plate. He was a maintenance guy for a plating company, and boy, what a nasty business that is. Oof, bad, nasty work environment, and nasty, harsh on the environment. Another more of the same. I don't know what's in that can. So a commenter suggested we want to pull the cans off. We want to see under the cans, under the chrome. Yeah, I did. I looked under several of these cans to verify that they're all vacuum tubes, and they are. And most of them look like a conventional vacuum tube. These two right here, guys, never seen anything like it. Now, they have a base on them identical to the base on a turn signal bulb on an automobile. You know what I mean? You push in and turn it a bit. A bayonet base, that's what it's called. But they're about half the size of a turn signal bulb. It's like, what? Next slide. That's how dirty it was. That's how dirty the chassis is. Oh, a freak out just happened. I looked down at my phone and it's pointed at my hand. What? I'm using the phone generated file for just the audio stream. So that's how it looks. That's the condition. Some of these aren't so terrible bad, like this one here. A little bit of pitting. See, now, I don't know if that's pitting, though, because there's no rust. And what is this can? Is it aluminum covered with some kind of metal that allows it to be plated with chrome? Go away, bar at the top. Yeah, if so, then maybe this is oxidation and pitting. If this is steel, though, there's no rust here. So it's probably smooth once you remove this stuff. It almost, you lose sight of the fact that that's chrome plated. That's gleaming chrome. You just don't see it, you know? This one here is even better condition. No, it's not either. Let's go to the next slide. That's what I used. Again, I freaked. I looked at the phone screen. You have to do that when you're using a phone to make YouTube video. You have to constantly look at the screen for a million reasons. That's what I used. Here's a shot of the front panel. I already showed the front panel in the other video, but this allows me to zoom you in. You didn't get to see it up close in the last video. So, little, it is what it is. I'm going to shut up for a minute and just pan across it. "85 years old, guys." I don't know. You know what's odd? This stripe right here. It almost looks, well, I'll talk more about that in a future video. This is a condition of the dial, the tuning dial strip. I didn't think it was cracked anywhere. And now you can get reproduction pieces for a lot of vintage radios, but I thought this was a crack right here, but looking through it, it's just part of this metal bracket. You can see that metal bracket through the tuning strip.
Same thing with that piece there and that piece there. The tuning strip looks nice. It's barely dirty, and it's 85 years old. Let's pan across. I noticed they used rivets for whatever's in there. Okay. I gotta make this quick. Let's go to the next slide. I tried cleaning this. I pulled this tube shield off right here. I pulled it off and cleaned it with Brasso and a rag. That's the best I could do, cleaning it with Brasso only. And you can see it's got lots of imperfections. So again, every piece on this chassis has to go to a plating shop. And here is the power supply / output PA chassis. Just from looking at it and having a moment to think about it, I pretty much figured out what they're doing here. So these 4 tubes are all identical, and these 2 are the power supply tubes. These 4 are the audio drivers and a push-pull audio out, push-pull audio drivers, push-pull audio output stage. So let's zoom you in and look at the condition of the chassis, because that's at the condition of the chrome, because that's what this video is all about. I'll pan you across this thing a little bit. Transformer core laminations are always the first thing to rust in a radio, it seems. And these right here have a chrome case around them, so no telling what the laminations themselves look like. It'll be interesting to see when I pull these 3 transformers off and remove the chrome casings what I find inside. Specifically on this power transformer, which handles a lot of power, and the windings get hot and the wire gets brittle, not brittle, but hard and inflexible, and the insulation loves to get rock hard and crack, in which case all is not lost. You just rewire the transformer, you re-terminate the connections to the outside world with modern wire, and use copious amounts of electrical tape, liquid electrical tape. Let's look at the next slide. Another shot of the same. This power transformer again, I'm used to being able to see the core laminations so that I can visually assess the condition of a transformer. Because it's not good to have rusted laminations. The transformer will become inefficient due to hysteresis losses, core IR hysteresis loss. This is the condition of the chrome on that transformer shell. So again, I keep thinking, well, I can clean that up, and no, there's no cleaning anything up. It's done, got to be done chemically, I would assume. Next slide. Another shot of the same. Next slide. Baby boy. And so, guys, that's all I've got. Thanks for watching. In the last video, I was utterly shocked by the response. It got the response and views that I would expect for a video like that. These restorations videos get less than ham radio related videos, and it's fine. God, if one person watches it, it's worth it, because it was fun to make. And so that's what happened with the last video, and then all of a sudden something happened. There was a trigger, because the views just went through the roof, Very uncharacteristic of my channel. I've only had that happen maybe 3 or 4 times in all the videos I've made. And it makes me wonder, somehow, some way, that video got leaked to a different crowd. So, anyway, I hope you're well, and I hope you enjoy your day. I'll catch you later, guys. 73. Bye now.
The ever-popular Stardust, Raymond Raquello and his orchestra. Ladies and gentlemen, following on the news given in our bulletin a moment ago, the Government Meteorological Bureau has requested the large observatories of the country to keep an astronomical watch on any further disturbances occurring on the planet Mars. Due to the unusual nature of this occurrence, we have arranged an interview with the noted astronomer, Professor Pearson, who will give us his views on this event. In a few moments, we will take you to the Princeton Observatory at Princeton, New Jersey. We return you until then with the music of Raymond Raquello and his orchestra. We are ready now to take you to the Princeton Observatory at Princeton, where Carl Phillips, our commentator, will interview Professor Richard Pearson, famous astronomer. We take you now to Princeton, New Jersey.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Carl Phillips speaking to you from the observatory at Princeton. I'm standing in a large semicircular room